It all started with a strange and unsettling message. Juror number 6 in the high-profile federal trial of Sean Diddy Combs received a text that would soon have the judge's full attention. The message, coming from an unknown number, seemed to ask if he was indeed juror number 6, something that should never happen in a trial like this. The text immediately raised alarms. Was someone trying to reach out to a juror, crossing the line of courtroom integrity? The juror, clearly disturbed by the situation, brought it to the attention of the court on June 13th. He couldn't identify the sender, which only deepened the concern. In the eyes of Judge Aaron Subramanian, this wasn't just a strange coincidence. It was a serious breach of protocol. Jurors are strictly forbidden from discussing the case outside of the jury room, and receiving a text like this opened the door to potential tampering. What could this mysterious text mean for the trial's future? The judge didn't waste time asking questions and started looking for answers. But this wasn't just about one weird text. It was about preserving the integrity of the trial itself. Could the unknown sender have been trying to influence the decision-making process? Or was it all just a coincidence? The court had to take it seriously. Judge Arun Subramanian didn't hesitate for a second when he learned about the mysterious text. He immediately understood the potential risks involved, especially when it came to maintaining the fairness of the trial. The moment the juror revealed that they had received a text asking if they were juror number 6, the judge's concerns grew. It was clear that something about this situation wasn't right. Jurors are supposed to remain neutral, keeping all discussions about the case within the courtroom and away from the outside world. A message like that, especially one from an unidentified source, was a direct violation of that rule. The judge quickly ordered the juror to refrain from discussing the case with anyone, inside or outside of the courtroom, and to avoid reading any news reports related to the trial. The message was troubling enough to merit an immediate response, but it wasn't just about the text itself. Judge Subramanian knew that any external influence could threaten the entire integrity of the trial. In his eyes, the potential for the juror to be swayed by outside forces, especially something as mysterious as an unknown text, was a risk that couldn't be ignored. He made it clear to the juror that he needed to take this seriously. As the trial moved forward, the judge planned to address the situation head-on once juror number 6 was officially dismissed. There was no room for missteps in a case like this, and the judge wasn't about to let anything jeopardize the process. What would happen next? Would the mysterious text be the beginning of a much larger problem for the trial? The issues with juror number 6 went beyond just a mysterious text. Even before the unsettling message came to light, there were growing concerns about his honesty. The juror's responses during the screening process had raised red flags. When asked about his residence, he gave contradictory answers. First, he claimed to live in the Bronx, but then, in another instance, he stated that he resided in New Jersey. This confusion sparked suspicion. How could someone who wasn't entirely transparent about something as basic as where they lived be trusted to judge a high-stakes case? The prosecution didn't hold back, calling for the dismissal of juror number 6, citing what they described as a lack of candor. They argued that if the juror wasn't truthful about something as simple as his address, it might be indicative of bigger issues, especially in a case this important. The lead prosecutor, Maureen Comey, was vocal in her request to have the juror removed from the panel, concerned that his honesty, or lack thereof, could undermine the entire trial process. Judge Subramanian shared similar worries. After reviewing the situation, he too began to question the juror's credibility. The judge was especially concerned about the possibility that the juror had shaded his answers to secure a spot on the panel and stay there. With a federal trial underway, this wasn't a matter to be taken lightly. Jurors are expected to be fully transparent, and any signs of dishonesty or manipulation could have disastrous effects on the trial's integrity. Would the judge's concerns about the juror's honesty play a role in his eventual dismissal? The tension surrounding juror number 6 was only growing. The situation surrounding juror number 6 wasn't just a legal concern. It quickly became a hot-button issue, especially for Diddy's defense team. When the motion to dismiss juror number 6 was put forward, the defense strongly opposed it. Alexander Shapiro, one of Diddy's lawyers, accused the government of attempting to dismiss the juror unfairly, claiming that it was part of a thinly veiled effort to dismiss a black juror. This accusation raised eyebrows and ignited a larger conversation about race and jury selection. Xavier Donaldson, another defense attorney, echoed these sentiments, arguing that removing juror number 6 would unfairly reduce the diversity of the jury. He pointed out that the juror in question was one of only 2 black men on the panel, and dismissing him could impact the jury's racial composition. For the defense, this wasn't just about one juror. It was about ensuring that the jury remained representative and fair. The timing of the dismissal also raised questions. Why was this juror being dismissed at this particular moment? Was it truly about his honesty, or was there a deeper, more troubling motive? The defense team framed the situation as an attack on diversity, while the prosecution maintained that it was necessary to remove a juror who had failed to be honest during the selection process. As the controversy unfolded, the debate about fairness and bias only intensified. Was the prosecution's request to dismiss juror number 6 justified, or was it part of a larger strategy to skew the jury's makeup? The lines between legal strategy and racial issues began to blur, making this case not only a matter of courtroom procedure, but also a broader conversation about race, fairness, and the justice system itself. The drama surrounding juror number 6 is more than just a hiccup in the trial. It shines a spotlight on the challenges that courts face when trying to ensure fairness and integrity. At the heart of this controversy lies the question of how much influence external factors like social media, news reports, or even a mysterious text can have on the jury. Jurors are supposed to remain impartial, insulated from outside pressure, but in the age of instant communication and constant news cycles, that's becoming harder to guarantee. This incident raises concerns not just about one juror, but about the broader impact of public scrutiny on high-profile trials. In a world where everything from celebrity gossip to breaking news can influence opinions, how do we ensure that a trial is truly fair? The jury system relies on people who can make decisions based on evidence alone. Yet in today's media-driven world, it's easy for a single piece of information, like a text message or a headline, to tilt the scales. Additionally, the dismissal of juror number 6 brings into focus the tension between protecting the integrity of a trial and addressing accusations of bias. The defense's argument about reducing jury diversity is valid, but so is the prosecution's concern that a juror who is less than forthcoming could jeopardize the trial's fairness. Striking the right balance between ensuring justice and avoiding discrimination is no easy feat, and this case underscores just how difficult it can be. As the trial progresses, the question remains: how far will the court go to protect the integrity of the process while navigating the complex issues of race and fairness? The stakes are high, not just for Diddy, but for the system itself. Will this juror's dismissal be the last twist in an already complicated case, or is there more to come? Only time will tell. As the mystery behind juror number 6 unfolds, the trial of Sean Diddy Combs becomes more than just a courtroom drama. It's a case study in how external pressures, race, and transparency collide in the legal system. The mysterious text, the contradictory statements about residency, and the controversy surrounding the juror's dismissal all point to a larger question. How can we protect the fairness of a trial when so many outside influences are at play? With the judge's careful handling of the situation, the trial is far from over. But the impact of this juror's issues may linger, especially as conversations about race and fairness in the justice system continue to dominate the headlines. While Diddy's defense team may argue that diversity is at stake, the prosecution's focus remains on ensuring the integrity of the trial. As the case progresses, one thing is clear: this trial is about more than just a celebrity's fate. It's about the delicate balance between justice and fairness in a world where every twist, text, and tweet can change the course of the story. Could this mysterious text alter the course of Diddy's case? We'll just have to wait and see. What do you think? Was the dismissal justified, or is this a sign of something deeper happening behind the scenes? Let us know in the comments below.